Hello, I'm Lisa Krasner, the Edward W. Kane Executive Director of the Concord Museum, and I'm proud to be leading this valuable local and national resource that allows visitors of all ages to learn about our nation's vital history. The Rasmussen Education Center at the Concord Museum is filled almost daily with students and their teachers from across Massachusetts and beyond learning about our shared history. Today I want to highlight one particular group of students, those who are supported by the Paul Revere's Ride Fund. This fund pays for the buses and educational resources necessary for students from the neediest Massachusetts communities to enjoy social studies field trips at the museum free of charge. Last year we served over 3,000 students from Lowell, Lawrence, Everett, and Boston. Our close partnership with the City of Lowell allowed us to welcome every single third grade student from the Lowell Public Schools to the Concord Museum for an on-site field trip. For many of these students, this was their first ever visit to a museum. For us, educating the next generation of engaged citizens is a core part of our mission, and to be able to fund this work for all students in our shared community is a critical part of our work each year. Thank you so very much for your generous support.
My name is Kara Kane. I'm a fifth grade history teacher in Lawrence, and this has been a great experience for my students because they learn about these different types of artifacts and about the indigenous people and the colonists in the classroom. But for them to have hands-on experience outside of the classroom and be able to participate in exploring these artifacts brings it more alive and it gives them a more in-depth understanding of what they've been learning within the classroom. This program supports my inquiry-based curriculum that I teach. So the in-depth learning, the asking of questions, the exploring and experiments and looking at all of the artifacts, it really helps to bring a better understanding, especially where our time right now is so modern. It's really hard for them to understand the differences between our life and life back at this time period. So this really helps them to get a better understanding. And then they come back, and as we're continuing to learn, they are constantly bringing up things that they have experienced here in this field trip, which is one of my favorite of the year because the kids are so excited when they get back from it. I really appreciate not only it being a fabulous program, but the fact that my students are able to come free. It's been very important, in particular to my school, with some socioeconomic challenges. So we appreciate your donation, and we hope to see this program continue well into the future.
I'm Susan Foster Jones, the Director of Education at the Concord Museum. Our partnership at the Concord Museum with the Paul Revere's Ride Schools is really a collaboration between curriculum coordinators, the museum staff, and most importantly, teachers. We've worked incredibly hard to create hands-on programs that bring social studies education to life, but also align with the Massachusetts curriculum frameworks that the teachers are already teaching. For many of our students, they come from diverse backgrounds and they speak multiple languages. Our programs encourage learning from students who have multiple ways of learning and multiple languages as well. Our programs are hands-on. They also encourage discussion among students so they can learn from each other. And most importantly, they're able to connect to their own lives and experiences to really make the learning at the Concord Museum memorable. Unfortunately, in many schools across Massachusetts, math and literacy is given extra time in the classroom, which often means that social studies education has been cut. That means that the programs at the Concord Museum for our Paul Revere's Ride partners has become even more important. It's a critical part of the social studies curriculum that we are able to provide to teachers and students in the neediest communities in Massachusetts. On behalf of the education team at the Concord Museum, I want to thank you for your support of this meaningful program. It means so much to us and to the students that we serve here at the museum.